Welcome to the Northwoods League post-game show. I'm Brian Woitte. We had some technical difficulties tonight in the studio, and by that I mean the internet wasn't the greatest, which also means that the internet was not great at all. So we have a shorter than usual post-game show, but we will still have videos for most of the game. Starting things off with Game 1 of Duluth and Thunder Bay, the internet was down for the majority of the game, so we have no highlights. But Duluth won the first game 1-0. Moving on to Game 2. It was a little more exciting, and we have some video to prove it. Yay, internet. Starting off in the bottom of the first, Adam Landecker is going to single past the pitcher. A little upset he was not able to snag it. Omar Cotto comes in to score 1-0 Thunder Bay. Top of the fifth, it's Paul Carmeris with the single. Max Duvall is going to come in to score on the really bad throw from the left fielder. That's really the only way to put it. 2-1 Duluth. They would go on to win the second game 3-1. St. Cloud and Waterloo. The Rocks already up 4-0. Sean Borman is going to cut that lead in half. 2-run shot for him way over the big wall in right field. Big man with a big blast. 4-2 St. Cloud, and that would be your final score, 4-2. Sorry, Rocks fans, no highlights from the game. Blame the internet. The last time the Bullfrogs gave up double-digit runs, July 2nd. They lost 11-6 to the Loggers. Let's say after tonight, Madison will be joining La Crosse on that list. Let's check out the highlights in this game. Bottom of three, it's Derek Fisher. Will send a deep drive into the right center gap. He's going to end up at third. John Welborn is going to come in to score 3-0 Madison. Later that inning, it's Nicholas Howard with the single back up the middle. And Fisher is going to come in to score, making it 4-0 Madison. Still in the third, Jack Livingston with the double. He also had 2 home runs in this game. Tyler Marinkov is going to come in to score 7-0 Madison. Scoring was not done. In the bottom of the seventh, Marinkov up to bat. He's going to double into the right center gap. Luis Munoz is going to come in to score 12-0 Madison at this point. They would go on to win 16-4. Lakeshore traveled across Wisconsin to square off with La Crosse. Top of 4. Brian Anderson, I'm sorry, folks. This is the most entertaining clip of the game. It's a sacrifice fly. Bray Kimball is going to come in to score, tying the game up at 1. La Crosse would go on to win 8-2. BC, EC, we're going to fast forward all the way to the 12th inning because that's when it mattered. Daniel Rocket with literally a rocket out in the left field. A blast for him. 3-run shot in the top of the 12th. Battle Creek goes on to win the game 6-3 on the back of Mr. Daniel Rocket. The Moondogs have been slipping a little since the start of the second half. They are almost at the same loss total they had in the first half. That's 7 losses. The Honkers are in last in the North, but only 3 games out of first, so they're still well within reach of the North Division. Let's check out those highlights. Starting in the top of the 4th, Chad Wallach is going to send a shot back up the middle. Off the pitcher, Adam Mott. He's going to throw out Wallach at first, but Justin Parr is going to come in to score, tying the game up at 1. Moving on to the top of the 8th. It's going to be Justin Parr up to bat for the Honkers, and he's going to send a shot out in the right center. 3-2 Rochester, they win. Stingers, 7-5. Beatles, 7-5. Tied for first in the North with 4 other teams. Michael Suki singles, 2 runs coming to score. 2-0 Wilmer in the bottom of the 3rd. Next pitch, Kenny Roberts, who's been on a tear lately. 2 doubles into left field. 2 more runs are going to come in to score. 4-0 Wilmer in the 3rd. In the top of the 5th, Ben Moore, he's going to ground out to second, but a run is going to come in to score. 5-1 Alexandria. Later that inning, it's Jared McCrummon with the wild pitch. Tanner Vavra is going to come in to score 5-2. However, Wilmer goes on to win 7-2. Corbin Green's 20-hit streak ends in this game. Finally, the Rafters and Woodchucks battled. Bottom of the 8th, Kenny Towns with a double. Eric Loxterkamp scores 5-2 Wisconsin. That's your final score. That's, as I said, folks, there wasn't a whole lot to do with video tonight, thanks to the internet. Looking at the standings, Huskies are alone on top of the North at 9-5, Stingers 8-5, and there's the Moondogs tied with the Beatles at 7-6. The North is still well up for grabs with the Honkers not too far behind. Woodchucks with the best record in the NWL at 11-1, while the Bombers and Bullfrogs have fallen quite a ways from the end of the first half, sitting at 4-8. Your pitcher of the night, we do not have any video for the pitcher of the night, Bobby Pointer. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 5 strikeouts in the win for the Mallards. And your hitter of the night also comes from the Mallards. It was a great night to be a Mallards fan. Jack Livingston, 3 for 4, 6 RBIs, 3 runs, 2 home runs. You see his double here, which brought in a run. Congrats to Mr. Livingston. Your Great Clips, clip of the night. Great Clips is our great sponsor. It's going to be great, and this is a great clip. Brandon Bednar is going to try to lay down the bump, pops it up. Nice diving catch by Matt Morse. You got to lay that bunt down. You don't want to pop it up, or else things like that are going to happen. Matt Morse laying out, sacrificing the body to get the out. Thanks for joining us for the post-game show. Make sure to come right back here tomorrow morning for the pregame show. Until then, I'm Brian Woitte. Have a great night.